You know what it is. It's your boy Big Vern here in the App Stupid Studios. Anytime you see the lady singing and a slow beat bringing, it's Big Vern in the booth doing his thinging. Ha ha! I'm your favorite podcaster's podcaster. Y'all know how this goes. Action-packed show we had today. We talked some Keyshawn, the businessman Davis, and pretty much an atrocious boxing weekend for the American public. As it was a shameful display, the guy who beat up his brother, they went back in his dressing room and jumped him during the championship fight in which he was scheduled to participate, but he didn't make weight. Yeah, then we talked about an explosive cover-up at the University of Indiana, where countless players say that they were sexually assaulted during a physical by Mr. Dr. Bomba. Some of the players say that they've allegedly at the time let Bob Knight know what was going on, and he did nothing to protect these boys. If any of that is true, how do you hold Bob Knight in that light? You know, does that tarnish your view of him? That's a solid question. Go ahead and check that segment out. Then we talked some Pittsburgh Steelers. You're not serious about winning. We laid out what the offense was, who you lost in free agency, who you signed, and everything was looking like a solid rebuild. So I don't know why you had to wait around like a jilted lover for Aaron Rodgers. Really, a guy nobody wanted. Make sure you check that segment out. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and round the bases with the Indianapolis Colts. And should the Colts move on from Anthony Richardson at this point? You'll get my take on that when we come back from a quick 20. From a rap album, it's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. Ba-bum, ba-bum. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios with another rap album. Balance by Master Killer, Wu-Tang Killer Bees. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Eagle's Claw with Master Killer, Raekwon, and Capadonna. Building with the Abbott, aka the RZA. Glad to Meet You is probably the song of the summer. If you listen to Glad to Meet You with Method Man and Snoop, that's probably one of the hottest tracks I've heard to date. Like, it give you that old Wu feeling. Like, you just, man, that nice to meet. Look, trust me, go get it. Then Trumpets with Nori, AZ, and Uncle Murder. Master Killer, Balance, in stores now. Shout out to Master Killer. Shout out to the Wu-Tang Killer Bees. Good to see them out doing their thing. Glad the brothers are back out there. So I'm not going to go ahead and delay this. Is it time for the Colts to move on from Anthony Richardson? And why would they be looking to move on from Anthony Richardson, Vernon? Because he's injury prone. Ding, 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 ding. Don't look now. He's got a shoulder injury in OTAs. I can't make this up. This guy got hurt in helmets and shorts. He's complaining about pain in his shoulders. Yep, pain in his shoulders. In 2 years, this guy's played only 15 games. That's not good at all. Last year, he passed for 1,814 yards. That's not bad. 8 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. That's bad. Also, last year, he had 7 fumbles, rushing for 499 yards. I know people see the promise in him, but out of a possible 25 games in the last 2 years, not to repeat myself, he's only played in 15 games. Is it time to move on? It's gotta be. The Colts have went out and signed Daniel Jones. What? The guy, Daniel Jones, was in New York. He was so bad. He went from being the starting quarterback to the starting safety on the practice team. Let me repeat that. He was another guy from Duke who did not belong in the pros whatsoever, like Mitchell Trubisky. That guy went from the starting quarterback in the NFL to the starting safety on the practice team with the same organization. He wasn't injured. That was his level of play. And he's also the same guy who self-fired himself. He walked in, talked to the Mara family, like he was going to go ahead and big league them, talking about, hey, look, if you're not going to play me, then you might as well just waive me. Oh, okay. Do you want to be fired now? Or do you want to be fired when you shut the door? You're not doing them any favors. Well, you are. If you stayed on, you would have, like I said, you leaving was the biggest favor in the world. That was like a blessing. They probably got up and started shouting and praying and talking in tongues that you've been prayed and fasted out of town. My God, get over yourself, Daniel Jones. But that's who Indiana went out and got. They went out and got Daniel Jones like, yeah, Anthony, you better straighten up because you've got some serious competition. And in Anthony's mind, he was kind of like, who'd you sign? Did you sign Justin Fields? No, not Justin. Not Justin. Who did you get? Sam Darnold? No, not Sam Darnold. Cam Newton? No, not Cam. You know, Cam's doing his podcast thing now. We didn't go get Cam. We got a guy who's going to make you sweat for your job. Who is that? Daniel Jones. I'm sorry, who? The guy who you chose to pay instead of Saquon Barkley, who went to Philadelphia and actually won a Super Bowl, and you now became you went and got that guy, the laughing stock of the NFL. Okay, I'm going to straighten up and fly right now, mister. I'll show you. And I'm a Colts fan. I've been here through it all. I've been here from 86 up to right now, unflinching. And I like Baltimore. I like Baltimore too because of Lamar Jackson. Being in here in this area in the Midwest, if you were blessed to get the Louisville games televised and be close to the station in the city, you got to see Lamar Jackson really revive a program and give everybody pride. So by de facto, I think everybody is a Lamar Jackson guy in this area. We just want to see him do well. A nice man, too. He's a nice guy. Him, Bridgewater. There are a lot of good, solid guys that came through that university that went to pros, and they just nice people. And they still remain nice people now. Yeah, but back to this whole Indianapolis thing. Like I said, I've been here since 86 when the roof would leak, and then we had paper bags over our head, and we had on there in big black letters, the Indianapolis jokes. The guy who's actually the head coach of the Chargers used to be our quarterback, captain quarterback. Yep, had Marvin Harrison out there, and he had Marshall Faulk. Yep, and I cried tears when we let Marshall Faulk go for Edgerrin James. Yeah, Marvin Harrison in Dawkins, man, that Indianapolis team they had no quit in them. That was solid. Peyton, yep, there for that too. Yeah, I was there for Jim Irsay smoking a Halliburton steel briefcase full of crack, allegedly. God rest his soul. I was there for Andrew Luck and his mystery injury and him quitting in the third game in preseason. where pretty much he didn't even play in the second half. He played one offensive series, then he was like, I'm going to retire. I'm tired of getting hurt. I was like, dude, it's preseason. You didn't even play. Yeah, that whole thing. And how he could show his face back in the city and nobody take a swing at that kid. I'm talking about. I knew that was it. But yeah, Indianapolis has been bad for a while now. The Matt Ryan thing, which was dumb, which is still haunting us till this day, and paying that guy that kind of money. The Phillip Rivers thing. Now, Phillip Rivers did. He had some good games with the Colts, and I was very compelled with that. But I knew it wasn't serious. Me, I criticize my teams. I'm very hard on my teams. Hard on the Pacers, love the Pacers. Hard on the Hoosiers, love the Hoosiers. I'm Indiana through and through. I support it all, South Bend. When I have to hold my nose because I can't root for Purdue, but I can respect them. Butler, Indiana State, Valparaiso. I'm all about it. Ball State. Yeah, I'm Indiana through and through. But yeah, no, Purdue's still a hard sell for me. The Purdue Hood Rats. Anyway, back on Anthony here. Richardson. The Colts, they had a pathetic record of 9-8 in 2023. That wasn't the worst in the AFC South. That division's been bad. And that would go to the Titans. Now, last year, they took a back step and they were 8-9. Again, not the worst in the AFC South because the Jags and the Titans, they were well vomit in a can. And they're going to be well vomit in a can. Tennessee's trying to figure it out. They had psycho Will Levis, but now they've got a legit quarterback down there who could go ahead and make some throws. I'm very excited to see what the Titans put together. During my time in my life when I was living in Nashville, Steve McNair, God rest his soul, he was a good dude. He was good for the city. Eddie George, another good guy, a glue guy, good for the city. And I was there when it was popping, and I was there when it fell apart. So I was there when it was popping, and I was there when it fell apart. But yeah, Nashville's still a nice place. It's time to move on from that guy. Out of a possible 25 games, this dude has only played 15 games. He only played 4 games in his rookie season. 2 of them, he had some interceptions, and then he managed to get himself a concussion. Last year, you let him play, and you've seen, it looks promising, but it looks even worse. I don't think that Shane Steichen, I don't think that he survives a full 4 years trying to hold on to Anthony Richardson. At this point, I think you need to shore up the positions, the O-line, the D-line. I think you need to go ahead and invest in your defense real heavy. And then also you need to kind of, look for another running back. You need some wide receivers in the slot. You need to do everything you can to prepare for the draft class of 2030. That way, Indianapolis is ready to make huge strides and get back into title contention, get back into hosting some playoff games because Lucas Oil is a beautiful stadium. Great concert venue, everything. However, the town, the city, it deserves more. But I could be wrong. Colts fans, if you feel like me, get in the comments. Let it be known. It's your boy Big Vern. We'll see you tomorrow. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's the show. Thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button and share the content. This is Big Vern, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.